Welcome to the Intermittent Gentleman. Today's video is going to kick off a long-term lighter review. We're going to review these Zippo-Style lighters across 90 days. We're going to start with a 30-day check, then progress to a 45, a 60, a 75, and then ultimately a 90. What this video is going to do is going to see if these Zippo alternatives or these aftermarket Zippo cases can boost or what the significant boost is of long-term storability with intermittent use throughout. Starting on the left here, we have the Thyrm Pyrovault. Next, this is the Suprus waterproof lighter case. We have a standard regular Zippo, the Exotac Titan light, and then this last insert is actually a butane insert, but it is a soft flame. Now I know there are many other inserts on the market, some with torch flames, some that are combos, but for this test, we are going to stick with a soft flame. Additionally, this is not a piezo ignition, it is a flint wheel striker ignition, similar to the others. And then also adding in definitely less volume, but we have an Amazon peanut keychain light as well. Each one of these lighters that run off of lighter fuel, except for the peanut light, have been filled with 4 milliliters. I use this plunger here, 4 milliliters of Zippo brand lighter fuel. On each check, we will light the lighters and keep them lit for 5 seconds. Throughout, I will also weigh the lighters, their starting weight. I'll have that in the description of this video. And then we will check the weight also on each day's check. So just a brief rundown of some of the features of each lighter and why they're kind of a Zippo alternate, or they're built to attempt to increase the longevity of a Zippo. So let's start with the Thyrm here. So the Thyrm Pyrovault is made of an injected molded plastic. It has a lever release here, as well as a pocket clip. The lid is spring activated once you depress this lever here, but you can see that it kind of pops off, but not the same as you would get on a Zippo. You can see the tab here is also in the closed position. No internal mechanism there. It is O-ring sealed though. So this long O-ring going around the case, and it does clamp closed. The Suprus is also kind of a harder plastic, push button release here. It also has this extra safety or detent that covers the switch. So when I press this one is also a spring activated lid, but it does fly open a little bit better than the Thyrm. This one is also O-ring sealed here. And for the purpose of the test, I am going to store it with its latch covered up there. Now, the thing about the Suprus is that it does advertise that it is IPX7 waterproof, where I believe the Thyrm does not state any water resistance ratings. Now, somewhere through the test, maybe on day 45, maybe the 60-day check, maybe it will do a waterproof test for those that claim any type of water resistance. So then we have just a regular Zippo. This one has like an Ace of Spades motif on it, but it is a just standard Zippo. The Exotac Titan light is more of a cylindrical peanut style lighter, but just as you can see, a lot bigger and therefore can hold a lot more volume. This lighter, though similar, set up with a flint, striker wheel, and wick. It is also O-ring sealed. Additionally, the fuel reservoir at the bottom here, cotton filling, very similar to a regular Zippo. However, it is also O-ring sealed. And then lastly, we do have the Thunderbird by Vector insert here. So this is butane. For purposes of the test, I simply filled the lighter the whole way up rather than trying to measure out how much butane was going in. No wick though, just kind of the port down in there. And once the tab for the lid of the Zippo case that you're putting it in opens up, it is now releasing butane in order for the striker wheel, which is just a normal flint striker, to ignite the butane. And then simply closing the lighter turns the flame off. So this one may be a little bit unfair because we, again, are just simply filling this one the whole way up, but we'll see. And this is actually, for the test, going to just reside in a regular aged brass bronze Zippo case. So no water resistant features here. And then lastly, this Amazon peanut lighter. It is O-ring sealed, so it does have an O-ring there. The peanut lighter as well, I just kind of filled up to the brim that could take, rather than measuring a different amount or a ratio-based amount against each one of these. These three are all using OEM Zippo internals. The Exotac has proprietary parts and internals. The Thunderbird here at the end in the brass is using a Zippo case and a insert. And the peanut lighter, again, is also proprietary. Let's cut to the day 0 5-second burn. All right, so now we're gonna let these burn for 5 seconds. And we'll come back in 30 days and check it out again. Maybe throughout I'll do some individual reviews on some of the lighters, and we'll see which one comes out as the king of the Zippo-style lighters. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you check back in 30 days for the next test. And as always, stay a gentleman. Intermittently, of course.